when you are looking over these, give yourself, because I mean, it's one long tube, right? It just, we name it for the area and pretty much in which it just goes through. So it'll be subclavian, axillary, brachial, radial ulnar. So if you know the names of these regions here, you pretty much know the names of these vessels. The nerves are pretty similar to the names of the blood vessels as well. A lot of times where you see the nerve, you see the blood vessel as well. There's only just a handful of exceptions. So if we go back up here, pointed these out last time, again, the arch of the aorta gives off, and I'll show it from the back side here. Okay. Again, there's my brachiocephalic trunk right there. It gives off the branch that goes up on the right side of the head. So there's your right common carotid artery. And it gives off another branch right there, going towards the arm. There's your right subclavian artery. We see the same thing here on the left. Okay, here's my left subclavian artery that extends out and comes this way. And my left subclavian artery. And I have this one going straight on up. Here's my left common carotid artery right here. It branches, goes inside, and it stays outside. So this would be my external carotid. And right there, there's my internal carotid right there going to the inside. The internal carotid, and this dude, I'll show you from the back right here, the artery and vein ride together. They travel through that transverse foramen right there, only in the C-spine, and there's your vertebral artery, and the vein runs right with it. And you can see them up here in the head as well. There's the vertebral artery right there. Vertebral artery, internal carotid help distribute blood to that circle of Willis, and it's the kind of anastomosis, the kind of clumping of a bunch of different blood vessels that supply the brain. Drop off oxygen, take up the waste, and we have one major dumper right here, okay? And right here is my internal jugular vein right there. Okay? My internal jugular vein right there. Here we have one that does it from the outside, and it kind of looks like they're winging off into parts unknown, but they're just here on the outside of the head. Here is my external jugular vein. Kind of weird. One's inside the cranial vault, one's outside of it. Where the internal jugular vein kind of meets, there's a brachiocephalic vein right here. As it comes on down. There's a brachiocephalic vein on the left, on the right, respectively. Superior vena cava, and I'm back to the heart. If I extend out here, and I have a vascular arm model, I'll show you that next time. And for some of this area here, the best way to see it is on the cart models, and I'll show you those next time. But here again, here's my subclavian vein. It's on the left subclavian. But then as it travels through this bend here, this is where I have my axilla. So this is the axillary artery. As it travels through the brachial artery, and then it gets into the forearm and it splits into a radial and ulnar. Radius thumb side on the out, and ulnar artery on the inside, closer to the body. Drop off oxygen, pick up carbon dioxide and waste. Radial and ulnar veins run right along with it. Dump into your brachial vein, axillary vein, again, my subclavian vein, left side. Brachiocephalic trunk, yada, 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 you got it. There are two weird ones, though, that we don't see arteries for in the arm. Same thing in the leg. We have this one here, most lateral, and this one, okay, right here on the inside, most medial. The one closest to the body, okay, that one right there, most closest to the body, That is your basilic. B for basilic, B for body, closest to the body. This one right here, most lateral, is your cephalic, closest to the head. You're like, how in the hell is that closest to my head? Well, anatomical position, as I move that arm up, now that blood vessel is closest to the head. That's how they named it. I always start, go up, come down, go out, come down, go down, and come back. So over here in the abdominal cavity, we can see some of these on the cart model and on the brick red cart models. Okay. The latter ones I don't use. We see we have this blood vessel, this blood vessel. This is also, guys, I mean, it's all of this right here. Okay. This one comes off lower, this one comes off higher. Okay, do you see that? This one comes off higher, this one comes off lower. Here's my superior mesenteric artery and my inferior mesenteric artery. The vein runs right with it. So if you know the name of the artery, you know the name of the vein. Kidney, the red guy is the renal artery, the blue dude, the renal vein. All of this right here, this red dude going, everything below this muscle, this is your diaphragm. Everything below that diaphragm, all of this right here, this is my abdominal aorta. On the back side, easier to show it, all of this red dude here, above the diaphragm is my thoracic aorta. Okay. As I get down here to the bottom of the abdominal aorta, it branches into a left and right common iliac. It branches again to the outside and to the inside, into the pelvic cavity. Here's my internal iliac and my external iliac. Internal iliac, external iliac. And then just name it for where it travels. Here I'm on the femur, so it's the femoral artery. Femoral vein runs right with it. This represents the back of the knee here. These are auricular branches that go to the joint. Travels behind the knee, now we call it the popliteal artery. Okay. Popliteal artery. Here in the front, anterior tibial artery. Here on the back right here is my posterior tibial artery. The other one is a little bit more kind of posterior orientated. This is on the fibula side, so this makes this the fibular artery. The last one really of note is the dorsalis pedis. And that's that one that's right there on the dorsum of the foot. Use that to take a pulse point down there. Okay. We come back, anterior tibial vein, posterior tibial vein, fibular vein, popliteal vein, femoral vein, external iliac vein, common iliac vein, and then the inferior vena cava. And then we're back to the heart. We had a couple weird ones up here. We have a couple weird ones down here, but the only one I have you know is the great saphenous right there. You have a lesser saphenous as well. Okay, but there's the great saphenous. Long ass dude right there. There you go. I'll point out these on the other models. Again, I'll use that one. And I'll use the brick red dudes. And I have a vascular arm. You can see these there as well. So I'll show you those Thursday.